All right, welcome back to another BJKU AI Certified Strategist Program Q&A session. Today, we're going to talk about where do you get leads if you want to get leads in this business. So if you want to be an AI freelancer who kind of does gigs on the side and makes a little bit of a side hustle income, helping businesses implement AI, where do you find these people? And number two, if you want to turn this into a real business, you still need leads all day, every day. And inside of our AI Strategist program, I teach that there's 4 big buckets that you need to get leads from. And number one is what we call your Dream 25. This is your referral network. These are the people that you know that know people. And now I think a lot of mistakes that people make is they try to ask their friends and family, do you want to buy this thing from me? Instead of using them for what they're really valuable for. And using sounds like kind of a weird way to say it. But what I mean is your friends and family are super supportive, but they're probably never going to be buyers of your products or services. So your job is to not just ask them to give you money for something. Your job is to ask them, hey, listen, I've started this AI journey. I've learned AI. I'm getting certified as an AI strategist. I'm trying to change careers. I'm trying to build a business. Would you mind? Who do you know owns a business that I can build something for? And a lot of times you should offer to build something for free at the beginning to get your foot in the door, because if you do a good job, they'll obviously pay you for the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. So your job is not to have a bunch of customers where you do something for someone one time and then you never talk to them again. Your goal is to have a handful of really good clients. And those clients are the ones who pay you consistently month in, month out to solve continuous problems for you. So Dream 25 is a first good place to start. And what I always recommend people do is, hey, look, just wake up in the morning, text 5 people. Hey, look, not necessarily that you're hat in hand, destitute, like, oh my God, I'm losing my job. But you want to reach out to them and you want to be direct and say, hey, listen, I'm looking to change careers. I'm looking to start a new business. I'm doing this AI thing. I just learned this. I'd like to be able to do this for a business. Who do you know that owns a business that I can help? Do they own a restaurant or an HVAC company or a roofer or plumber, or just like anybody that you know that I can talk to build something, and I'll offer something for free. Just, hey, would you mind putting me in a 3-way text message with them? Just introduce me. That's a really good place to start. And I'll tell you that 80% of my students right now that learn this AI thing, that's where they're finding most of their success. And they're making thousands and thousands of dollars just asking people, who do you know? Oh, you know someone? Oh, you know someone? You'd be surprised at how helpful your friends and family will be when you stop asking them for money and start asking for referrals. Number 2, the marketplaces. And there's a bunch of these. There's Upwork and Fiverr and Clutch and Guru. There's a bunch of different places that you can go in order to look for people who are already looking for you. And I know that sounds kind of weird, because what we tend to do is we try to always look for customers instead of being findable to the ones who are already looking for us. If you go onto Upwork as an example, and you just type in the search for jobs, AI chatbot, AI voice bot, AI software development, AI integration, the searches are absolutely insane. There's so many gigs being offered every single day on Upwork or Fiverr or anywhere else that you could just say, hey, yeah, I can do that job, or hey, yeah, I can do that job. As long as you learn how to build these things, it's not hard to get work on these platforms or marketplaces, like I said. And then number 2, 3, and 4, I should say, we have local businesses and digital businesses. Now, the difference is they've all got a little bit of pros and cons to them, because one, Upwork and the marketplace is really nice because you don't normally have to talk to anybody. If you're kind of shy, you're kind of introverted, you can just send an email proposal and see if they'll take the gig. But for local and digital, you are going to have to talk to people. And if you're good at talking to people, this is probably going to be your bread and butter. This is going to be where the most money is made. This is going to be where the biggest business you can build is going to be, is local and digital. Now, what's the difference? A local business for me is not a guy working out of his basement. A local business for me is not the electrician who works out of his garage. I specifically want you to look for people who have a lease. What do I mean? They've got a building, they've got rent, they've got power bills, electricity bills, they've got employees, they've got trucks, they've got a big operation. And when you look at like a restaurant as an example, a restaurant has a building, they have a lease, they have rent, they got to buy food. There's a lot of bills that add up in a restaurant, or, a larger plumbing company or roofers or whatever it is. Those are the people that we're looking for. And why? Because listen, even if you reach out to them cold, and they hate your guts because you're reaching out to them, I don't want telemarketers, I don't want this. Even if they dislike you, they will still hear you out because they have to pay their bills and pay payroll next month. So they know they're always looking for the edge. So even if they're not excited, and this used to happen to me all the time. When I owned the karate school way back in the day, the Yellow Pages guy would come in all the time, hey, I'm here with the phone book. Do you want to advertise in the phone book? And I did not like the guy. But I would meet with him every single time because I knew I had to advertise to get new students in for the karate school. And so I'd always hear him out. He was kind of a jerk, but I would always sit down and meet with him because I knew I had payroll to pay, I had team members to pay, I had to pay taxes. There was a lot of things that I had to pay for, so I knew I had to do it. So I know that sounds like a silly way to explain this, but if you're going after local businesses, one, make sure the business has bills that they have to pay. And number two, make sure they're big enough. And look, they're not going to be mad at you. They're not going to be angry. Nobody ever gets upset over something that they want. So everyone at the moment wants AI. They want to know, how do I use it? What do I do with it? How can I use it to make money? What can I do? And you can offer a lot of those solutions to them. Now, the last one is called digital businesses. And these are the ones who don't normally have an office. They work strictly online. They work strictly through Slack or their website or whatever else it is. E-commerce companies and coaching businesses, consulting businesses. Now, again, it's a little interesting because some of them work out of their basement. And, that's normal to have your home office. But some of them, the difference is, do they have bills or not bills? So we don't want to go after the web designer who lives in his mom's basement, who does not have to pay the bills this month. We want to go after the web designer who's got 3 or 4 employees. They're going to pay payroll. They're going to make some money, and they want to be able to grow. Now, you might ask the question, well, Stephen, if they're digital businesses, they're good at this online thing, they might already know something about AI. And that's true. But the thing that you're forgetting for most businesses is a web designer only makes money when they're doing web designing. An electrician only makes money when they're doing electrical work. A plumber only makes money when they do plumbing work. So most of these people don't have the energy, time, or desire to learn how to automate and use AI inside of their business. So they still need people like us, you and me, freelancers, agencies, consultants, outside people to come in and build something for them. And if you build that first thing really well, they're going to trust you to build the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. So listen, there's 4 different lead buckets. And again, you've got your referral network, your Dream 25. You got Upwork and Fiverr and these marketplaces. And then you got your local businesses. And then, of course, you have your digital businesses as well. So listen, I hope this one was really helpful for you here today. If you have questions, feel free to drop them somewhere in the YouTube channel. And feel free to come join us. We have a weekly live webinar that we do every single week about this AI Strategist program. If you want to learn how do you actually get more leads and how do you charge and what do you sell and all that good stuff, feel free to join us. The link should be somewhere here nearby.